going through.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the waiting room. I am your host, the Tri-State champion, Brian Waitford Schmidt. And with me tonight on the waiting room is the working man's general manager, all the way up in good old New England, building a huge community already, Mr. James Demello. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? James. Oh, jeez. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, my friend?
I cannot complain. How about yourself, sir?
Can't complain. I gave you this whole big entrance. I don't think you heard me, but welcome to the waiting room, my friend. How are you?
Doing pretty well tonight. Thank you very much, and tink you for having me as part of the waiting room.
Yes. So, as it is on the waiting room, there's no gimmicks here. We're here. We're playing games. We're hanging out. We're talking. Just if you were going to a local game shop to hang out with your friends. So, if you're first time tuning in, we are playing SRG Universe, a.k.a. the Super Show, which is the world's #1 wrestling card game in the world. As voted on, is that Board Game Geek? I think that's Board Game Geek, right?
It is BoardGameGeek.com, yes.
Yes. So, give us a little background on your gaming history, really quickly.
Lifelong gamer, started video console, shifted to computer, tabletop gamer, competitive in 40K, and competitive card gamer and white sports.
All right.
I'm no stranger to all types of games, but those are my faves up until I found Super Show.
Okay.
Which is the greatest spectacle that you can play with cards and dice and all of your friends.
Yeah, and you can get hit with a steel chair and not worry about it, right?
Yeah.
Well, unless you're... Well, I've been hit with steel chairs before. They're not fun to be hit with. I've hit people with steel chairs. Sorry, true survivor. I know you would have survived that hit, so I'm sorry.
There may have been some incidents at our local shop. I'm not going to talk about it in detail.
Legally, are you...
Your friend Shops was a victim.
Was he a victim?
He was a victim.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Let me turn up your mic real quick. Let me turn up your audio. There we go, because I'm getting some text messages and messages on Facebook from people saying your audio is a little bit low, so I pulled up your audio just a little bit. Okay. So you had an event this past weekend, right?
Yes, we did. We had Rolling Uprising at New England Comics in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 2-stage event. So we had opened up with a tournament for a Tier 1 Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We followed that up with our Rolling Championship title belt, which was a collaboration with myself, The Compound, and Rolling Outlaw Games. They provided the belt. The Rolling Championship is our equivalent of a 24/7/TV title belt.
Okay.
So we have some requirements to anyone who holds it, and it has to continuously be defended. You know, much like the 24/7, though not as aggressively as people would have been used to seeing at like your Origins and your Gen Con.
Yeah.
We opened up the Kickstarter tournament was firing really well. 17 to start off. We ended up with 19 total.
Nice.
managed to cut that down to a very impressive Final Four in which Allison Luya and the notorious ACE battled it out for the Kickstarter prize.
And who won that?
Multiple crowd meters later, and one hell of a match. And Ace was able to pull out the victory and win the Kickstarter.
Nice.
I immediately had already had us bracketed for the people that were remaining.
Okay.
16 people were to be bracketed. I removed myself from it.
As a good GM would.
I removed myself from it. I did a D20 roll to give one person a bye and an automatic initial win.
Okay.
So 15 people competed for the Roland Championship belt. We had probably the match of the day coming out of Bam Bam Sam and Alice and Luya.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about a match that wasn't a final that drew a crowd. It was amazing, and it was really a combination of knowing your deck, making the right plays, and having the dice rolls.
Yeah. That
really swung that in Allison's direction. She made some really pro-level plays. She made some fantastic rolls right at the end. And, she pulled it off. She decked out and handed out and, walked away into, the next stages. We get closer to the Final Four. It was unfortunate, but, Stu Rainey had to play his brother.
Oh.
And, it was tough. The way that the brackets had, shaped up, it was a lot of friends versus friends and husbands versus wives. But when it came down to it, we had two people who had never really hit that high level of competition before locally.
Yeah.
And Ryan Gorgeous Pierce.
Gorgeous. This is not Pretty Boy. This is Gorgeous.
I'm just saying, he's upgrading after last night's performance.
Yeah.
My pretty boy is straight gorgeous.
Okay, he's gorgeous. Hey, Kathy.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
So,
say it with that New England accent. Gorgeous.
Yeah, Ryan Gorgeous Pierce faces off against Connor. Connor's playing Hultane.
Such a great card.
I had played against Connor earlier in the bullet rounds for the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, Connor came out so hot, so fast.
Thank you for the host, Sonic. I appreciate it. Wow.
He immediately ran right into a finish. I didn't have a stop for it. I believe he rolled a 10. I kicked out on the second roll. Crowd meter 1. At this point, I had stabilized. Now, keep in mind, his rush to that finish was including a 7-1-8. And, that 7-1-8 cleared me out. It literally left me, I think, with one card in hand. So he goes to that finish. I kick out of the finish. We clear the board. At this point, I'm one card in hand. It takes me a few turns. I get a few wins. I restabilize. And after that point, I pretty much... if you saw any of the video from Saturday, Connor called me a monster.
Yeah, I was camping, and I got a little bit of service where I was. So I caught some of the live feeds, and you were called a monster on a couple of occasions. But yeah, you basically went into a diversity match, El Super Hombre versus El Super Hombre, which I kind of like seeing Super Hombre being played. One of the original 6, I think it is 6. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but they're one of the original 6 competitors.
Well, he was the very first box I opened, the very first competitor I ever played with. If you lay my deck down side by side with, Derek, who won our takeover event.
Yeah.
Derek won our takeover event. He's playing 100% built by the boss.
Thank you, GM. Thank you.
No, he's playing 100% built by the boss.
Nice.
My Ombre deck isn't that way. My Ombre deck plays to my taste.
Yep.
I did get a lot of help from John Polverino.
Oh, okay.
Fine tuning some things.
Okay.
But again, he made some suggestions that I think are sound suggestions.
Okay.
And maybe this is why my consistency is a little hit or miss sometimes. But there are cards and maneuvers I just like to play, and because I like to play them, they're in my deck. Honestly, I feel it's a wrestling card game that you're gonna play with your friends, and smack talk will be had.
Oh, smack talk always happens.
You may as well play cards that make you want to literally get up and act it out on your side of the table.
Yes, I agree.
And those are the cards that I've teched in. They're maneuvers that I really like. They've served me well. And, I still have an above 500 record, so I'm okay with that. You have some good days, you have some bad days.
Yeah.
I think the worst game and the worst match I've ever played in this game was against Big Match Pete and his EC3 deck. At some point in time, I'd like to get an opportunity to sit down with him and give that another go.
So just to let you know, his EC3 deck, he beat the boss for the Tri-State title, and then my Mr. Snap deck beat his EC3 deck.
It's impressive because I'll tell you, like, I played him for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Without a single card.
Yeah.
I couldn't roll to win a turn, but I could kick out like a boss. We took that to crowd meter 5 in New Jersey.
Jeez, which means that's crowd meter 10 anywhere else.
Crowd meter 5 in New Jersey, and I didn't have a single card in hand for a good 80% of that match.
Wow. Yeah.
It was he punished me, and if ever there was a match I ever had that made me get up, take a quick breather, and find someone in the room who I enjoyed playing, it was that match.
Okay.
And that's nothing against Big Match Pete, because he was excellent to play the game against.
Yes, he is.
He's a really nice gentleman, and I have talked to him in the past. It was just that deck was brutal.
Yeah, EC3. Actually, funny thing was there was only, at Gen Con, 3 EC3s, I believe. And one of them was Gary Wynn, a.k.a. the leader of the Coven. There was a new player who picked up EC3, and I believe there was one other person who was playing EC3 at Gen Con. And diversity, people won't play like Immortal or anything like that because people are afraid of diversity now, which I'm very shocked about, because if you're afraid of diversity, why are you playing the game? Listen, coming from other games where you're coming up against the same deck multiple times, it's nice to have this diversity rule in a card game. Period. So
I completely agree with you. I think it was a brilliant rule to have.
Yes.
I'm gonna go on record as saying
EC3 Bob.
No, El Super Hombre for me is gonna be retired.
Oh.
I have Brandon, who I just signed to RCW.
Oh.
Who he's a Super Hombre player, and he's a very talented up and comer.
Okay.
I don't want to stand in the way of his rise.
Okay.
So I'm choosing and electing to bring out a deck that I've been working on for quite some time, that some of you may see very soon.
No spoilers here.
Unfortunately, I mean the dream, so it's going to be the kind of thing I don't want to give anyone an opportunity to really to build against.
Okay.
It's going to be quickly dispelled, but I'm going to get one good event out of it.
You think so?
I think September 14th, we're going to bring that out at the Triple Crown.
Okay.
And it may be my one and done with it, but I'm going to have some fun.
As a good GM, you basically would let other players go ahead and start playing, because if you're playing the same character over and over and over, it's deterring people from playing that character, because they're kind of set to that standard with that deck.
Well, absolutely. And like I said, Brandon took me out of the takeover event. We had 27 people, three Super Hombres.
Yes.
Brandon took me out of diversity before it ever began.
Wow.
Brandon was my second match of the day. It was his first time in a major event, and he disposed of me quite handily.
Okay.
We would all later go on, all three Super Hombres, to have a record of 5-2.
Wow.
Brandon would lose his final diversity match, but he handled me quite handily. Since then, he's failed. He's failed to beat me when diversity has mattered.
Okay.
And like I said, it's the kind of thing, like, I enjoy playing him. I enjoy the diversity matches.
Okay.
But I'd rather those matches take place when there's nothing on the line. You know, rather than being, you know, hey, here's my GM standing in my way.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a roadblock in any of my players' way.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that directly led, in conjunction with just a underwhelming sensation following the takeover event.
Gotcha.
That drove me to vacate the belt that I did have.
Yes, I remember you talking about this last night, and the main event had some issues with that too.
Well, I think the main event wanted to, you know, come at the GM and put the GM in give my shiny head a noogie.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he's not going to get that opportunity because I will not be competing for the heavyweight championship at the Triple Crown
On September 14th. Yep.
I am not going to compete for the champion of Kickstarter belt. I am not going to compete for the heavyweight belt.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to play games to challenge the rolling belt. I'm going to put most of my resources and effort into just moderating and running the event.
Okay.
So I'll be taking games throughout the day with my meme deck and giving away free prizes to the people who can beat me with it.
Cool.
And at some point throughout the day, I will challenge the belt and see I'm the GM, and I can grant myself that challenge.
That is true. That one power you have, yes.
You know, Gorgeous Pierce is going to have to turn around and put his deck down on the other side of me so we can go tit for tat. And I mean, Ryan and I are no stranger to playing games against each other.
Mm.
You know, we've played multiple different card games, and it's always a good time when we get to turn cards sideways, or in this case, roll a die and put a card down.
Yeah.
You know, when he and I get that opportunity. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, that match will be on the 14th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If everything goes correctly, Game King is opening their doors once more.
Cool.
I'm going to try to get 4 cameras in there. So we're going to have a top table that will stream all day.
Nice. I like that. More streaming for the content, more stuff to put out there for SRG. Yeah, I love it.
Well, that's going to give us a top table streaming all day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a camera that will survey the action of the entire room.
Ooh.
We're going to have a camera that is dedicated exclusively for cutting promos and for interviews following key matches.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can recruit a little bit of help, we will have an actual roaming camera that'll just kind of survey the room. That one I'm still kind of working out the kinks for. Luckily, my camera equipment is low profile.
Yeah.
So a person can navigate the room and get good quality footage quite easily.
Okay.
But I can only do so much as one person. Usually when I go in and I run all this equipment, it takes 2 or 3 people to keep up on everything.
Yeah.
Luckily, when we stream out of the compound, I have multiple compound members who have all been pseudo-trained on how to run things. And, so when I'm in front of the camera, I have people sitting there interacting with the community and taking the questions. And when I'm not on camera, I'm able to run that switchboard and do what we need to do.
Yeah, I was in the chat yesterday for the compound for your Monday night Monday night show that you have. So I interacted. It was a raucous crowd. I can tell you that right now. Very rompous. Did I say raucous or raucous? I have no idea.
Well, the thing is we have a new player. She's a sponsored Twitch personality.
Ah, okay.
Little Miss Fury.
Little Miss Fury. She's not in
actually,
chat right now, so.
She's a fantastic gamer, in the digital world, and she's a huge wrestling fan. So, she came into the game. I'm pretty sure she caused Polverino's jaw to hit the floor. Because not only does she have brains, not only is she a great gamer, but she is also, you know, what some may call a perfect 10.
Okay.
So she's got it. She's firing on all cylinders, if you will.
Okay, cool.
And you know, again, we were very happy to have her. She sat down. I got her a couple competitors.
Yep.
You know, got her some promo cards. She started playing the game just right out the gate, and she took down your pal Chops.
Oh,
you know,
that's the other question I have.
Her second ever match playing the game, she took down the man they call Chops.
So here's my question to you: since Chops has been taken off the list from the Highlanders CAC, has his win streak gone down? Is he fluxing? Like, what's his status right now?
Well, you got to think. Chops was in the finals at the Takeover event for everything.
Yeah.
He had a decent day and a decent showing this Saturday, but he also was coming off of an 8-hour shift starting at 4 a.m. that day.
Ugh, okay. So, no, I get that.
You know, he was definitely exhausted, not to make excuses. But, I mean, the big thing right now here is Chops being a free agent.
Ooh,
you know,
and this guy's a free agent too, don't worry.
We're already, there are some things going on in the background. Hopefully will come to light very soon.
Yes, I agree.
You know, the bum Jabba always, you know, bumping up the Chops.
Oh, yeah, the bum Jabba, yeah. Speaking of which, that man has not been seen since, well, he's been around. Chris has been around. He's in exile right now, I guess, in Sarasota.
I think Chops is banking on the phone call. He wants to come and join the elite Bomb Jabba.
Oh.
And you know, I loved him like a son, man, and this is what he does to me. So, you know, we don't need him as the face of RCW because we got Gorgeous Pierce.
You got Gorgeous Pierce. You got nothing to worry about there. Like, that face will take you places that any place. Like, that face will take you past Kentucky, past KSW, going towards the world.
Oh, don't get me started on KSW.
I'm not going to. So, at this point in the show, are you ready to play?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to have to switch my camera here, but...
I'm going to have to switch my camera too, so everyone hold on for about 2 seconds. We're going to adjust. Alright. Good. Let me turn that on. The studio's going to have better lighting very soon, guys, so I do apologize. Let me grab my deck. And as everyone can see in chat and on the show, I am playing my foil Sage. Look how pretty she is.
You're just going to come at me like that, bro.
I'm going to come at... Listen, you're playing Super Hombre. I'm sorry. I gotta bring... Listen, I won it fair and square. I didn't have to cheat like certain people did.
No, it's a beautiful card. I mean, if there was any card I saw come out of Gen Con, I would have looked for my own personal collection.
Yep.
I believe that's the only one. It's actually the only foil that I thought justified the foiling treatment.
Yes, I agree. Actually, the Super Hombre was foiled well, and the full art I did enjoy as well. So let me.
I don't know that I actually enjoy the cartoon version of the Ombre card, he's more cartoony.
Yeah, he's like Spider-Man. So if you don't know what Sage does, I'll just let everyone know in the stream. Whenever you roll a power, flip 3 cards, shuffle 2 from your discard pile into your deck. So I'm hoping to roll power. Her power stat is a 10. And why is that a Weiss Schwartz card there, my friend?
Hey, she's my good luck charm. She's a demon with a gas mask, man. Where you know, Ombre needs some support, and that's what he's got.
Yeah, he does need some support. I can agree with you on that. Let me just fix the lighting real quick. It's been a while. As you can see, Gen Con, I still have the Gen Con, what's the word? Gen Con, not Con Crud. It's another thing. Alright, would you like to cut, sir?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. Let's, wow. Alright. So we had a couple of questions that came up. One of them came from Funtime Bob. And what he was asking is, I rolled a submission, which is a 6.
Agility 5. It is on you.
Yay. I will pass my turn. So his question was, how do you deal with GMs that, like, I'm trying to think of the word, but the other one is you're not coming to the Marktoberfest on September 21st. Agility 7.
Submission 7, we bump.
Bumpo. I'm not going out there. Are you going out to Marktoberfest?
Submission 7.
Agility 7.
To be honest, I'm not 100% certain. I know that Neil Nealon has just turned around power 10.
Submission, agility 7.
Okay, I'm going to draw for turn. Neil Nealon had posted up on something I'd actually thrown out there. And I'm going to hit you with a flying super snap face punch.
Oh, it's one of those, huh?
Yeah, normally it's unstoppable if it's the first turn of the game. But whereas you bury in past, this isn't the first turn of the game, so you can stop it as a lead strike. It
is good, my friend.
Bury 2, my friend.
Bury 2. Bury 2 at random. So I will bury... Don't know why that's in there.
You don't have to do it at random. You choose the 2 that you'll bury.
Yeah, I'm choosing right now.
But no, I did see Bob Odell kind of chiming in there, and you know, I went to the Grand Gathering, and Bob Odell touched me in such a way and picked me up, and I thought that Bob and Odell and I had a moment.
Oh boy.
And it's like I'm looking at everything that's going on here, and I love both of them, him and Matt Nealon. That's a 7.
That's an 8 for me.
You may go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I am kind of hoping that this gets resolved, you know, because I love them both, and it's tough to watch the pain and the agony that's going on.
Yeah, because we've all been there.
You know, and this is the thing. I firmly believe that there are 3 sides to every story. You know, we've gotten Bob Odell's kind of pseudo story, and we've seen Matt's pain.
Yeah.
I think there's more to this story that lies right up the middle that we haven't heard yet.
That's true.
That, you know, maybe we need all the information before
we make a judgment. Yeah, I agree.
The community makes a real judgment.
But you gotta feel bad for the guy.
Oh, absolutely. I feel bad for both of them.
Yeah. Speaking of, Mike Pierce, send me a PM real quick when you get a chance. I'm gonna grind it out there, brother. Lead submission.
What's it do?
If I don't know the lead in play, I can reroll my next turn roll.
Okay, so you do not, and that plays.
All right, cool. Technique of a 5.
Agility of a 5. We bump.
Jeez.
Grapple 9.
Strike 9. Bump. Jesus Christ.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 cards in hand.
I got 6. 7.
Strength 8.
That's all yours, brother.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with the card that I made famous up here in New England. I'm going to try to hit you with the Enziguri. It is a follow-up strike that will make you bury 2 and give me +2 to my next turn.
Burying 2. All right, brother.
Let's roll.
+2.
Okay. That is a technique, which is a 6, so 8.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. Draw for turn.
Turn.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We may as well just go in for the kill. I'm going to hit you with a finish submission, the super hold.
Sunset flip, my friend. stop any lead or any finish submission. I draw 1 card.
Amen.
Cool.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. Grapple of an 8.
Agility 5, it is on you.
Flying Cutter, follow-up grapple. Take 2 cards from my discard pile, shuffle them to the deck, then draw 2 cards. So I'm basically just drawing 2.
Make it happen.
Alright. 1, 2. Grapple 8.
Technique 6, it's on you.
7 wonders, finish strike. +2 to agility, flip 4 cards, and then add 3 of them from your discard pile to your hand.
Well, see, I don't know if you know anything about Super Ombre, but I like it when we get the crowd meter going. So I'm going to let it hit.
Wow. All right, let's see what happens. So I'm going to flip 4. 3, 4. Add 3 from your discard pile to your hand. I'm going to add the Witch's Brew, Armbar, and Hip Toss. Add to my hand. I'm at 9 cards. So it's +2 agility, +2 to agility. Crowd meter at 0, guys. 0. That is a grapple of an 8. I rolled an 8.
5.
1.
7.
2.
10.
Jesus. Crowd meter numero uno. And if you are just tuning in...
If anyone in the audience doesn't know, Super Ombre on his 3rd kickout gets a +2, so strike is my 8.
Yep.
That's why I had the 10.
Yep. So if you're just tuning in, guys, we were playing Super Show, the card game, the world's #1 wrestling card game in the world. You roll some dice, you play some cards. It's the most fun you can have in a wrestling game without getting hit with a chair. Which there are no chairs in this match right now. I rolled an 8.
10.
All yours, my friend. I haven't rolled her gimmick
1, 2,
once.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do a call to the crowd, lead grapple.
That is good to you, my friend.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many cards in hand?
3, 6, 9.
I'm going to hit you with a headlock kick. Follow-up submission will make you bury 2.
Hip toss, brother. Hip toss.
Okay. I'll fish him out, my man.
Technique of 5.
Submission 7.
Yeesh. Changing dice. Rotating dice.
I'm going to hit you with an arm stomp, lead submission. It'll allow me to draw 2.
Do you have another submission play?
I do not. I have a lead grapple. That is a lead submission.
It is all good, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay, I will draw 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am at 8 in hand. Let's roll.
I roll a power. That's my 10.
Okay, I got an agility 5, so you'll do your gimmick.
Yep,
and
so I'll flip 3, 2, 3, shuffle 2 back into my deck. I'll shuffle leg lock. And the sunset flip back into my deck. Now, everyone who's watching stream right now, if you have any questions, I'm monitoring the chat as well. So if you have any questions for James or for myself, your Tri-State Champ, just post it up in the comments, and I will try and answer it as best as I can. Let's make sure the phone's charging. There we go. All right. Draw my card. I'm going to play a follow-up strike, a high knee. It's add 1 card from my discard pile to my hand.
You know what? You do that.
All right, cool. So I will take 7 wonders back into my hand.
Finish strike?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's rock and roll, buddy.
Technique of a 5.
Strike 8.
All right.
Okay. We're going to play follow-up grapple rib breaker. Flip 2 cards, put 1 from your discard back on top of your deck.
Good.
Okay, so I am going to flip a super kick.
Super kick!
And a super arm drag. I have headlock kick, enziguri, and I'm going to take the super hold.
Okay.
And I'm going to put that back on top of the deck.
Okay.
And we can roll.
So, the one question I have for everyone who comes on the show, I rolled a grapple, by the way.
Power 10.
Okay. Did you ever watch professional wrestling before getting into the game?
I did as a kid. My sister was a huge Shawn Michaels fan.
She's already my favorite person now.
So, she was a huge Shawn Michaels fan. I grew up to that era.
Okay.
Honestly, by the time I found Sage and the Boss, I'm not really. I wasn't a wrestling fan really at all anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm just a gamer. And coming from the perspective of a gamer, you're not gonna find an interactive card game that emulates the feeling of wrestling with your friends or anyone else for that matter, as well as Super Show does it.
I completely agree. I've had people.
Gonna come back out with that finished sub.
You have a submission to play?
I do.
Panic Slam, baby.
Okay, so does that have any added text?
We both draw a card.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 in hand.
I have 9 as well. He is a sexy boy. Grapple 8.
Submission 7. It's on you.
Let's go for the 7 wonders again. Finish strike.
I believe that's a strike that you have on there in your follow-up.
Yep.
I am going to leg lock that, sir.
You got it. Grapple 8.
Grapple 9.
All yours, my friend.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to try a suplex follow-up grapple. It will allow me to draw 2 for each other in play.
I initiate the apocalypse.
The apocalypse has happened. Apocalypse is a thing around these parts.
Yeah, especially in New England. Oh, jeez. That's a strike. That's a 9.
Power 10.
Okay.
2, 3, 4,
It's Smexy Boy there, Anthony. Smexy Boy.
I'm going to hit you with a split finger lock lead submission. It will allow me to flip 2 cards or take 1 follow-up from my discard and return it to hand.
What? Your power's 10, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that won't work. It's good.
You cannot 7 seals it, no.
Yeah, you knew. Duh.
You know, I'm going to bring my pal the enziguri back.
That's fine.
So, taking an enziguri, bringing it back to hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I got 9 in hand.
Alright.
Let's roll.
Grapple 8.
Power 10.
Jesus Christ. Changing dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 in hand.
Alright.
And, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to hit you with the enziguri. Follow-up strike.
Armbar.
You know, couldn't have said it better myself.
And the Mad Custodian is falling. Hello, Jacob. Congratulations again. Strike of 9.
Grapple of 9. We bump.
Bumpo.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am at 10.
I am at 8.
Submission 7.
That's a grapple 8. Here we go.
Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hit me, brother. Hit me.
I'm going to go one more time.
One more time.
Lead grapple, baby.
Grapple.
Yeah.
Really?
Really? I discard 2 and take 1 card from my discard pile. Add it to my hand.
That's pretty painful, but you do that.
All right, cool. So I'm going to...
Someone tells me he's bringing a finished strike back.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, so we're going to send overpowered 7 seals back to the deck. Back to the discard. And... yeah, you know what? Let's take 7 wonders back. Why not?
Yeah, you act like that was a hard choice.
No, it wasn't. Daft Punk. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. Submission is 6.
Grapple 9.
Eesh. Nicht gut.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 in hand. I got a discard.
All right. So here's the question I have for you. In about
will I or will I not triangle choke you? Is that the question?
That's good.
Okay, I'm going to draw for the triangle choke. Go ahead with your question.
So are we going to be friends at the start of the football season?
Well, you see, fun fact.
Fun fact.
I am not a Patriots fan.
Okay, you're already my friend, no matter what now.
Okay, so fun fact. I'm born in New England, but I'm not a Patriots fan.
You're already my favorite person in the world because you're not a Pats fan.
I mean, I can go see a Patriots game any time of the week that I want because we have friends that are season ticket holders.
Ooh, that's nice.
But I'm not a Patriots fan.
So if the Pats were playing someone so who do you root for? If you say the Vikings, you're off the show.
No, I'm a Packers fan.
Okay. You're a cheesehead. That's a good call. I like that.
If you've noticed, Evil Edge Cheesehead has changed colors.
Oh, he has?
That's because when it started out, he was using mine.
Oh, and the GM is following me now on Twitch. Thank you very much, GM. Thank you very much. I take back my Vikings comment. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He started with my cheesehead, and then he proceeded with his own.
All right. Strike is a wonderful 9.
Grapple 9.
All right, we bump.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
I'm at 8.
I'm gonna ditch a knee lift.
Ooh, okay. That's cocked.
Submission 7.
Submission 6.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to discard again.
Oh boy.
I very well can't discard that.
No, no, definitely not. The GM hates Green Bay, which obviously we know because Green Bay and Minnesota have had many different...
Yeah, but honestly, I'm beginning to think that the GM isn't very fond of New England either.
I don't think he is.
I'm going to actually ditch a Super Smash.
Really?
And I'm going to try to nail you with a Press Slam because I know you got rid of a puck.
That is a follow-up submit grapple, right?
That's a follow-up grapple that's going to make you hate me. I suggest you stop it.
I can't. So it's all submissions, right?
All submissions will be buried, and I just need to know what key stops you have.
Alright, so I have a Sunset Flip. I'll show you what's in my hand. So, Face Stretch, Sunset Flip. Oh, let me move this up here. Sunset Flip, 7 Wonders, Flying Back Elbow, the Witch's Brew, Good Old Leg Lock, Punch, and the Book of Spells. So all 3 of her finishers.
Okay, well, you're gonna lose the submission finisher and all other
Yep.
You'll bury them, and any one of you.
I have the Sunset Flip, which stops submissions.
Okay, so that's the only major stop you have.
Yes, and then the Punch, which is a stop lead grapple.
Okay, so I got a +3 to my next turn, and your eventual fate.
Grapple 8.
Technique 6 +3 is 9.
Wow, I almost had it.
Draw for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Almost
6,
had
7, 8, 9, 10.
Hold on.
Are you gonna stop me? Are you gonna hit me with the proverbial taunts opponent, bro?
I'm not running Newman for this deck. I am not running Newman. How many cards in hand?
I have the max 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
So as much as I don't want him to come help me, the Bombada's going to come to the rescue.
Are you really going to let the Bombaba affect our match?
Unfortunately, he has to. So on your opponent's turn, if you have 5 more cards in hand, I have 5 in hand. I draw 2.
So you're going to draw 2, hoping that you get a stop.
Hopefully.
And I'm going to hit you with my namesake.
Uh-oh.
The Super Snap Power Bomb!
Wow. Too bad I can't do jack squat about that.
Okay, because I botch rolls like it's my job.
Well, you are a GM, so yeah.
So I'm gonna take back my strike finish. I'm gonna take back my leg lock.
Don't worry, GM. I'm a Jets fan, so I'm gonna have a crap season too.
Super hold.
Okay.
Okay, so. I have to draw one. Would you like me to cut?
No, we're friendly here.
Okay, so I will draw my one card, and we will ignite our finish roll.
+1, baby.
So this is a technique 6, +1 is 7.
I shouldn't botch this because I've been rolling grapples all day.
I told you that I botch everything.
Strike of 9. It clears.
Okay, we clear the board. And
crowd meter number 2. All right.
AGM. So, if I manage to beat the Tri-State champion here today in our friendly match, you know, how about we get like that membership ring challenge or whatever? Actually, you know, give it some steam for me, because I'd like to make that happen.
We'll see. I rolled an 8. He has not responded yet.
I have a 5. It is on you, my friend.
Yay. I will play a knife edge chop. Lead strike.
I will headlock that.
Okay. And the GM, the GM I have right now, which is the true survivor, is the only one that can dictate what happens with the title. Technique of 5.
Grapple 9.
All yours.
So, Mr. Medved.
He's not watching. He doesn't watch the stream. He doesn't watch the show. He doesn't care.
I'm just saying, I'll bring the whole compound down to what would I like to do, sir?
I don't know. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna hit a follow-up strike, splash in the corner, take 2 from my discard, shuffle, and then draw 2.
They're good.
I'm gonna take my Super Snap Power Bomb and my Press Slam.
All right, all right.
Would you like to cut, sir?
Choppy chop.
I'm gonna draw 2.
Okay.
After the cut. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I gotta get rid of one. Oh man, this is more painful than it was before. I think I'm gonna get rid of a sleep.
What is that?
And I got rid of a sleeper hold.
Okay.
Let's roll.
10.
10, we bump.
My gimmick triggers, so I flip 3. And I take 2, shuffle back into my deck. Pele kick.
Pele kick is being shuffled back in. That's finished grapple, right?
That's finished grapple. Lead and finish grapple. What's your strike skill?
My strike is 8.
And I'm going to take a running lariat. Put it back into my deck.
I have 11 cards in hand. I'm going to get rid of Super Snap Powerbomb. That hurts my soul to do, by the way.
And I got a draw card. Okay.
Let's roll.
Submission of 6.
Strike 8. Cards in hand.
I have 8.
8, 9, 10. I have 11. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Why does this have to happen?
I don't know. You tell me. How's this going to go down there, Mr. GM?
I'm going to discard a Press Slam.
Ooh.
I'm going to play a Finish Submission.
I'm sunset flipping that.
Okay, we both draw a card, correct?
I draw a card. You don't.
Okay. Let's roll.
Power 10.
It's on you. Strike 8.
Gimmick first. Flip 3. I will put back in a... Panic Slam, and a Hip Toss.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Draw my card for the turn. Okay. I will play a Face Stretch, lead submission.
That's draw one card. Or
It's draw one or take 4 from my discard, shuffle back into deck.
I'm gonna lock that up.
Got it. 10.
6. It's on you.
Flip. 2, 3. I will take back the rolling armbar and the leg lock. Shuffle back in. So what, besides September 14th, do you have anything going forward for RCW that is any major events coming up that you have down the pipeline?
We are going for a 50-plus person event for right before New Year's. It's going to be called the Revolutionary Rumble.
Ooh.
I will be putting some major prizes on the line, and there will be ramifications for title shots.
Ooh, okay.
Here in New England. Quite frankly, if Calais or the boss see it fit to bring any of the LFF titles into Massachusetts for PAX East Boston, I can assure you that they're not going to leave Boston. So,
wow. You hear that, GM? Hear that, Steve? Boss?
With that being said, at the Revolutionary Rumble, there will be some favors that will be issued, and you know, when we take the gold, it may be helpful for those to have it at that time of need.
Got it. I'm going to hit you with...
Play a card?
Yeah, I'm playing Stranglehold. It is a...
Cards in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in hand.
Okay, bury 2. And then draw 1.
No, oh, okay. Bury 2, then draw. So that's stopped. Alright.
Super Hip Toss.
Oh, so I got to bury 2. Got it.
You have to bury 2.
I'm trying to figure out what's bury. There you go.
How many do you have left in hand?
I have 7.
Okay, I'm going to work on that.
And I'll draw 1. Okay. Ready?
Let's rock and roll.
Strike of a 9.
Power 10.
All yours, brother. Oh, speak of fun time, Bob. Oh, hey, man.
Super Smash. Finish strike.
Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. It is good, my friend.
So why don't you start off with burying 2 cards before I forget my trigger.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to botch my roll.
We'll see.
Because that's what I do.
Crowd meter +2, Bubba.
No, actually that's an 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 2 for the crowd meter is an 11.
Good games, my friend. Very good games.
Well, that was a very good game.
It was.
You know, I enjoy those type of games with a back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm usually good for 3 finish roll botches before I actually hit a good one. So this was statistically better for me tonight.
And this is my Sage build that I'm kind of working on in the process. I'm trying to make her very aggro, which her gimmick kind of makes her aggro, which I like. So, and there's a lot of recursion in the deck as well, like One More Time.
Don't forget that 7 seals. You don't have to use that as a stop. That being able to take a card from your discard and put it on top, that is come in clutch when I used to run that card.
That's in here for that reason too. And what else do I have? I have the High Knee, which is at 19, which I think is a good card for the deck. You can get cards back from the graveyard. Discard pile, excuse me, not graveyard. I'm gonna get smashed on that. Blobby, blobby, blobby. Face Stretch, Flying Cutter, Grind It Out, Splash in Corners, Snapmare, all that wonderful recursion stuff. So, with that note, Bombada, you failed me again. How dare you, sir?
What did you expect? Anything less?
I don't expect anything from him anymore. At all. Which, by the way, I hope he gets his package I sent for him. It's a thing of poop that I hope he enjoys very much.
Just so you can let your Gudgy, I'm sporting my True Survivor autographed by him at New Jersey. This is Ombre's entrance card of choice for me.
Well, just to let you know, I'm not technically signed.
No,
I'm not signed.
Being the GM of the compound and all,
mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's within my power to make these type of decisions to take on and bring and expand our brand, and I think that the RCW does need to, get its tendrils out there into the rest of the world. So
let's not talk about that in front of the masses. Let's talk offline.
Absolutely.
Let's talk more offline and get everything situated. By the way, I will be on the compound this Monday coming up as well. I will be gracing my gorgeous face. Well, not as gorgeous as your gorgeous guy.
Ryan Pierce will be in house because he is going to have to defend his belt. Although I am being told that he's accepted another title defense this week.
Ooh.
So he will be defending it once more before we get to Monday with the compound. So really, it depends on the outcome of his next title defense. I know he had one heck of a fight against Hultane and with Connor.
Mm-hmm.
That was a small war for him. And Lady Outlaw came running in, and true to form, she definitely stepped up and brought it. They crowded me to treat it. And she just, the roles were not in her favor towards the end of that match. So, he was able to pull that victory out and be not only the first person to be crowned with that belt, but also the first person to successfully defend it.
Gotcha.
So he's
well. I pose this to you, GM. If he still has the belt, we can have an old-fashioned champion versus champion. No belts online, just champion versus champion. How about that?
I would love nothing more than that. So why don't you ride the bum Jabba all the way down here to Massachusetts, and we'll make that happen.
Listen, I go by limos. Sorry, Charlie. I get the limos. I get the preferential treatment. But the man from tomorrow, I see you messaging me. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in about like 5 minutes or so. We'll get our match going. But I want to say thank you to the Working Man's GM, Mr. James Demello, for coming on to the waiting room, enjoying himself, playing a game, beating me, but good back and forth. It was a good game all around.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And I thank you for taking the opportunity and the time for having me.
Anytime. You're more than welcome to sit in the waiting room with me, wait for whoever we're waiting for. I guess it's Shady Jeff, which will be on next week.
Wow. That's great
right.
Guest.
And also to the Coven, because I know you're watching this. I'm still waiting. I know Rhaegar sent me a message saying, oh, you'll be contacted and when you can speak with him. I haven't heard from him. So do me a favor, Rhaegar. Get your man in order and get him to call me so he can come on the waiting room and explain what he's doing in New York.
Food for thought here, but...
I'm listening.
Why wait on the Coven when you can be part of the revolution?
That is very true. But we'll talk more about that. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Up next, the big guy with the Power Hour. He's got a Tornado Tag match tonight, I think he's going to be doing. So tune into that. I am, once again, Brian Waitford Schmidt, your Tri-State champion. And the Working Man's GM, thank you again for coming on. I'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Later.